States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call to order. Have some employee recognitions. I don't see anyone here. I didn't see anyone here. Okay. Move on to item 5.
Make a motion to recess the Commissioners' meeting and open the salary board.
Second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to recess the Commissioners' meeting, open the salary board. All in favor?
Aye.
Salary board is open. All are present today, and that's a good thing. Item number 3.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 3 on the agenda as listed.
I'll second that.
Motion by Treasurer Miller, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 3 on the agenda for the minutes of July 27th, 2016. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I abstain, I wasn't here.
Item number 4.
I make a motion to approve the minutes of the August 10th salary board meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 4 on the agenda. Approve the minutes of the August 10th meeting. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
And I will abstain, I was not here. Item 5.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 5 as listed on the agenda.
I'll second it.
Motion by Treasurer Miller, second by Commissioner Warren to approve item 5 on the agenda, the minutes of the August 24th meeting. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
I'll abstain, I wasn't here.
All right, finally got all the minutes approved.
Yeah.
Item 6.
I make a motion to approve item number 6 on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 6 on the agenda. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Nay.
Aye.
And aye. Any public comment on the salary board? If none, item 8.
Make a motion to close salary board and return to the Commissioners' meeting. 9:02.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Arnold, or motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold. All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item number 6 on the Commissioners' meeting.
I make a motion to approve item number 6 on the agenda.
I'll second that. Questions or comments on the minutes of July 27th? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, I abstain, sorry.
Aye. Item 7.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the August 10th meeting.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 7, minutes of the August 10th meeting. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I will abstain. I was not here. Item number 8.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of the August 24th meeting.
I'll second that. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll abstain, I was not here.
Item number 9.
Make a motion to approve item number 9 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 9 on the agenda to approve the cash disbursements, electronic payments. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
So carried. Item number 10.
Make a motion to approve item number 10 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold to approve item 10 on the agenda, approve the seminar request and the payments for seminar request. Questions or comments? Yes.
Can you explain a little bit more of what Robert Thatcher is going to study? It says training for well control emergencies, EMA. Do you know anything more about it? Or?
No, just that it deals with the wells.
Wells means what, gas wells?
I would interpret that, yes.
So can we put gas wells in there?
No. Any other questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 11.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 11 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 11 on the agenda, to ratify the transfer of Eric Donovan to Montrose from part-time to open full-time. Questions or comments? All in favor? Aye. Item 12.
Make a motion to approve item number 12 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 12 on the agenda, to ratify the termination of Michael Torres from the jail per recommendation of Warden Schill. Questions or comments? Yes?
Can you say also how long did Michael Torres last in the
No,
job?
I can't tell you, I don't know.
You don't know?
All in favor?
Aye. Make a motion to approve item number 13 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 13 on the agenda, to ratify the termination of Stephen Vandermark from the jail per the recommendation of Warden Schill. Questions or comments?
And how long did he last? Does Mary Ann know, or Betsy?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Can you find out?
No. Any other questions, comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 14.
Make a motion to approve item number 14 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 14 on the agenda, to ratify the termination of Susan Lathrop from pathonetary effective September 9th for the clerk of courts. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So
Was
carries.
that the, like the pathonetary's office? Does she have like a deputy position or?
Yes,
Didn't she just have that position recently?
yes,
And is she going into any other job, or she's just terminated?
terminated. Item 15.
Make a motion to approve item number 15 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 15 on the agenda, ratifying accept with regret the resignation of Teresa Benici from the Commissioner's office. Questions or comments?
And what was her position in the
She
commission?
was a clerical person.
And is she a recent hired person also?
Um,
She's been
No,
around-
she's
No,
been
she's
here for
been
a
here for a
while.
while.
She's been here for a while?
Did she give a reason?
Excuse me, are you asking me a question?
Yeah, did she give a reason?
That's a personnel issue.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. 8:16.
Make a motion to approve item number 16 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 16 on the agenda to approve Andrew Gardner of Thompson Borough to the open position of Public Director of the Susquehanna County Conservation District. Questions or comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 17.
Make a motion to approve item number 17 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 17 on the agenda, accepting acknowledge the grant for medical assistance transportation in the amount of $543,961,000. Questions or comments? Yes.
And where is that money coming from?
That comes from state grants.
And that's normal for this year, like previous years, the
Yes.
amount is pretty similar?
All in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Item 18.
Make a motion to approve item number 18 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, approve item 18 on the agenda, approve financial support to Hartford Township in the amount but not to exceed $68,625 for the purpose of sewer upgrades under the PA Small Water and Sewer Program. Hartford Township has committed $1.9 million in the upgrade to the township sewer plant facility through USDA loans. This project will leverage additional $450,000 in grant funding for grinder pump updates with the county support. Total funds of $68,625 are from Act 13 revenues. The county's funding obligations contingent upon successful awarding of the grant above. Questions or comments? Yes.
So the funds are coming from $68,625 from Act 13 revenues?
Yes.
And under what category are you using that?
It's under public infrastructure, water and sewer.
So that's a category in
Mhm.
Act 13, public infrastructure? And what does Hartford have? They actually have sewers for the whole town, or
Yes.
for the township itself?
Yeah.
How big of an area, or when you say township, how
You'd
big?
have to contact the township supervisors and talk to them.
So this is what they've had for an ongoing period, I guess?
Yes.
Huh.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 19.
Make a motion to approve item number 19 is listed on our agenda.
I'll second that.
Motion by Commissioner Warren, second by Commissioner Arnold, to approve item 19 on the agenda to adopt proclamation 2016-14 proclaiming the month of September 2016 as Hunger Action Month and the day of September 16th, 2016 as Thunder for Hunger Day. Questions or comments?
And who put forward this proclamation? Where did it come from?
This one came from Mr. Klein and also, I believe, through Tree Hub.
And do you have
Yes.
any information on how the level of hunger is in our county? How many food banks we have and how many people need food?
No, I do not have that information. Question?
If I could just note, I think Friday during the Montrose area football game, they will be collecting food donations for the Tree Hut Food Bank, so
Right.
Friday when?
Friday,
During what?
Montrose area football
Spider on
game.
your shoulder.
There's a spider on my shoulder?
Yeah, it just came down on
Oh,
I
wow. That was on camera,
I'm watching the spider come, I'm like, really? Is there a spider coming down and landed on her shoulder? I'm like, I had to fail.
A few years from now, I've been out, but I've gone over the fear of the spiders, but that's why I hate them. But thank you, I appreciate it.
Any other comment on item 19? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're now at the point of the meeting of public comment. Again, remind people public comment is 3 minutes. Any public comment? Yes.
Hi, last time a request was made to have a few commissioners' meetings in the evening, and I was wondering if that has been considered and where does it stand?
The answer to that is it was considered, and we will keep the meetings as they're scheduled during the day because of the daily business that we have to conduct. However, the commissioners have always been available at nights and weekends to meet with people. So if somebody wants to meet with the commissioners, all they have to do is call and talk to the commissioners and schedule a meeting.
May I mention that because they are in the morning, the working force, most people work during the day. We want this county to have young people involved. And to get the young people involved is possibly having 1 or 2 meetings a year in the evening to let them see how the public interacts with the commissioners. And I don't know if it would really be that big of a problem for the commissioners to plan 1 or 2 meetings a year. So young people can come to a meeting and sit and become involved.
As I said, if people want to meet with the commissioners outside the normal business day, we are available. Any other
That
comment?
means you're available, what, in the evenings?
Are you, Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to ask, when you say you're available, you mean you're available outside of the business hours? That means after 4:30? In the evenings, you're able to meet with us, any of us? Is that what you're saying?
as I've said before, we meet with people all the time. We meet with groups all the time, during the evenings, during the weekends, nights, all the time. All someone has to do is call and talk to the commissioners and ask if they can make an appointment to meet with them.
I'd like to also know if Betsy and Mary Ann agree with this decision. Did all
You
three
direct
of
your
you-
comments to the chair. Any other public comment?
I'm asking.
You're done. Any other public comment?
Yes, good morning. My name is Chuck Wincher. I live in Dimmock Township. Just Monday night, I attended the Dimmock Township Supervisors meeting. And the minutes from the previous month's meeting were distributed. And this is a full page, a summary of the public comments section of the Dimmock Township meeting. It's 1 or 2 sentences on each person that stood up and was concerned about an issue, and it's just a summary, but just in a small township, that's the items that were brought up. And I know we're on video, but there's a lot of times when people, it's difficult to sit through an hour video to find one bit of information, and sometimes something here might be of interest to a constituent. And we asked this at the last meeting, and we're wondering why, someone can't take notes and just maybe 1 or 2 sentences as to, what subjects were brought up, and just a quick summary. I mean, the townships are doing it. I would think the county, should also consider doing that. Is there a possibility of that?
At this time, no. Any other public comment? Yes.
Yeah, it was brought up last week. Someone made the same request last week, and you said you'd consider it. Can I ask why you decided to reject that idea?
We've just given you our answer. We're not going to consider it at this time.
There's
Any
a
other
gentleman
comment?
here on payroll, like doing nothing when he could
Okay,
be
I've
taking
already
notes.
answered the question. The answer is no. Is there any other public comment? Yes.
First of all, Commissioner Hall, about a month or so ago, we had requested to have a special meeting of the commissioners, and you said that you could not do that because you had been threatened.
Mhm.
And I was wondering if you've been able to press charges yet against the people that were threatening your life, so that not only will we be able to have a more open and public meeting, since it's clearly imposing on the democratic process, but also because I know your wife and have seen the girls grow up because I live in Halsted and would hate to see something happen to them.
No, we have not pressed charges against anybody, and I am not intending to do so. We will take action as needed if we need to. But as far as having meetings, we will continue to have meetings, and I continue to meet with the public in off hours of the county at night. I've been at nights, I've been at weekends, and I've done that.
Okay, because I would have thought, because you had said when you first got this position, you tried to have meetings at night, and I would have thought now that you know you can, that you would pursue that further.
No, the difference between that, and again, is the difference between having a meeting at night and meeting with some individuals about a topic is one thing. The issue of having a commissioners meeting, conducting the county business is entirely different.
Yeah, that's how come I said special meeting. All right. When I went to the meeting at the New Milford Methodist Church that you were at, you stated that it was not going to be a hazardous waste incinerator and that it was for pharmaceutical and home improvement warehouse waste. But through the Right to Know Act and the emails, it shows that it is a hazardous waste incinerator and never mentioned pharmaceuticals or home improvement waste. So I'm wondering where you heard about the pharmaceutical and home improvement waste, and if there's another list somewhere of the waste and where that list would be.
Well, first of all, there is no list. Second of all, if you look at the webpage, our webpage with all the documents on it, the first documentation that Tyler Corners put out called it an industrial waste processing center.
Okay.
The second one, information that came to us, was that it was going to be a industrial waste incinerator. The
Okay.
third documentation that came, that's on the website, now says it's a hazardous waste, so it's changed 3 times. Now, what it's actually going to be, I couldn't tell you.
Okay, so then where did you hear about it being pharmaceutical and home improvement
From the
waste?
industrial waste processing. And that's what they told us when we had that meeting.
Okay. Also, there seems to be an issue with Solicitor Jean Greco, where there's a conflict of interest since he invited Tyler Corners here and has been working with them for the incinerator. So I was wondering if the commissioners plan on hiring a different solicitor to handle the matters with Tyler Corners.
Well, again, I don't know where you get your facts from. I've been in conversations with Attorney Jim Greco. He did not invite Tyler Corners here, so I don't know where you got that information from. But that's not true. And he is not in conflict of interest. So no, we're not looking to replace him.
Okay,
Any other public comment?
thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, can you give us, please let us know, since 2 weeks ago, the latest on the county's position and what you're doing with Jean Greco as far as getting a air ordinance for the county or any kind of baseline testing in relationship to this incinerator that may come in, this hazardous incinerator industrial, to protect the air and water of our county.
Okay, it's been posted on Facebook, but it's also on our webpage. There was another letter sent to DEP asking for the baseline studies. That was brought up at the last meeting. That information was sent, as well as asking DEP to keep us informed as to when they do expect to have a pre-application meeting with this organization, and to keep us informed as to what is going to happen with that. So far, there has been no meeting scheduled, and the DEP has no information at this time.
And what
So
are-
that, wait a minute, let me finish.
Okay.
So that's the information on that. As far as Attorney Jean Greco, again, Attorney Jean Greco keeps me informed and the commissioners informed, and that's how we handle that.
So are you preparing an air ordinance of any kind to protect the citizens?
No, the information we got back from the Department of Environmental Protection is that we have no authority to enact the air ordinance. Only they do.
And what kind of baseline studies did you ask for?
It's on our webpage, you can look at it.
Can you please state it publicly? I have
No,
not
it's on our
seen-
webpage.
Did you ask for air, health, or water?
It actually includes air, water, soil, health, all of that.
And you're expecting, what, the DEP to do these studies?
That's their responsibility to do that, yes.
Can the county do these studies also with the Act
No.
13 money to protect the citizens? Have you decided on that?
No, the answer is no. Any other questions or comments? Yes.
This is for Marianne. Has there been any
The
response
questions
from
will be
the?
directed to the chair.
Okay, I was just asking her because I know she sent the email. I was wondering if there had been any response from Tyler
There have
Corners.
been no responses from Tyler Corners to
Regarding
anybody
anything.
here other than what's been posted on our website.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments? Yes.
Also, I'd like to make a comment about the lockdown because there was a threat, I believe it was a couple of days ago, in Montrose School District.
Mhm.
I have 2 grandchildren in the Montrose School District. And the parents were notified that there was a threat and the school was locked down for a couple of hours. And then it was reopened again. And what I'm concerned about is I'd like to know why it was locked down. We didn't get sufficient information, what kind of a threat it was. And my granddaughter in Choconut School, she was in the lunchroom when the lockdown happened, and she said the aide said to her, "I don't know what to do." And the other aide said, "We don't know what to do." So I want to know, can we make sure that everybody knows what to do when there's a lockdown and there is a threat? So it looks like there is a lack of information of what to do amongst the adults that are caring for the children. So I would like some response on that situation.
Your response on that is, first of all, it was the Sheriff's Department that was the front runner in that situation. So if you want any information, you'd have to talk to Sheriff Lance Benedict, and he can enlighten you on that. Luckily, the result of this was that nobody was hurt. There wasn't an issue that came to fruition. Hopefully, all have learned from this that we're not quite as prepared as we should be, and that the schools, as well as other organizations, will closely work together to make sure they know what they're doing when the next time it happens.
Yes, because I also heard that certain children of certain employees of the county were threatened who work here in the judicial part of the county, and that they had to be removed from the schools because they were threatened. Did you hear that?
No. And I can tell you that's a false statement.
That would be a false statement?
Any other public comment?
I also want to ask, when you say that we have to only address the chair, is that part of the rules of
It's
the...
always part of the rules. You always address the chair.
And that we cannot address the other commissioners, that we can only address you?
You
First.
address the chair, and if one of the other commissioners want to speak, that's fine.
So
But you
then how-
address the chair.
So we address the chair. Now, do we have some rules that we can look at in writing so the public knows how to conduct
If you need them in
themselves?
writing, we'll work on putting them in writing for you. But they're standard Robert's Rules of Orders.
Standard, so that's what you're following, the
Yeah,
Robert's
you
Rules
find-
of Orders?
Yes. Any other public comment? Yes.
So if I ask you a question,
Mhm.
and I can't turn around and ask my other 2 commissioners the same
This is
question?
a commissioners' meeting, so at a commissioners' meeting, you address the chair.
Okay.
If they want to answer, they can. If you want to have a debate with a commissioner, you're more than welcome to meet with them after the meeting or to make an appointment with them and have a discussion with them.
No, I really don't want to debate. I would just like for them to have some time to say something. I mean, let me ask you, you are a commissioner, are they your vice?
I'm the chairman of the commissioners, so I am conducting the meetings.
Right,
Elizabeth is the co-chair,
yes.
and that's how the meetings are run. In my absence, she runs the meetings.
But if we have a question for our commissioner at this meeting, we
You
can't.
can ask it to the chair, and we'll accept the question to the chair, and if one of them want to respond, that's fine. But the questions come to
Well,
the
can
chair.
I ask now how the other 2 commissioners feel about the evening meetings?
You can ask that. They do not need to respond, though.
Could you respond?
Any other
To
public
that?
comment?
You haven't given them a chance to respond.
Yes, I have.
And-
Any other
and,
public comment?
I would also like to make a comment that I feel that you're acting like a domineering male.
Yeah.
These are 2 women on either side of you. I consider it discrimination of women and women's rights. And when she asked you, you said that they don't have to answer. You didn't even encourage them, and they kept silent. So they're acting
Any
like
other public comment
They're
today?
acting like women that
You
are
are
subordinate
done.
to a male.
Bill, you got a comment?
This is disgraceful behavior.
I won't comment on this. Chesapeake has been withholding royalties from
Yep.
people for 6 years plus now. And Wilmot Township in Bradford County, and I believe also the Bradford County Commissioners have taken some action. And they're having a meeting tonight at the Wanda High School. I was wondering if any of the commissioners are going to that meeting.
I will be at that meeting. I'm not sure about the other two, if they'll be there or not.
I'm planning on being there, Bill.
Again, this reverts back to House Bill 1391, and again, this is a state level issue. It's not a county issue, it's a state issue. And our state representatives have signed on and co-sponsored this bill. The issue is not a local issue or even an issue now with our state representatives. The issue now falls in Harrisburg, where the rest of the majority will not support this bill.
I agree. I think they're just trying to put pressure on the state legislature to take some action after 6 years.
I understand that. Putting pressure on our state legislators that are already in support of it and sponsoring it isn't helping us. If we're going to do something, we need to be in the townships and municipalities where they're not sponsoring it, trying to get those people to support it. Any other public comment?
I would like to ask Betsy how she feels about what's going on with the solicitor and information that the public needs to know of what you're trying to do to help this county with the incinerator. Is there anything being done right now besides letters to the DEP to ask them to do baselines, which I've never seen them do for any organization or any group yet? And what else can you do to help this county and our concerns, our health concerns?
We're putting stuff on our webpage so that the public can read it, and we're covering it in the meetings.
Any other public comment? Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Second, all in favor? Aye. We're adjourned. Thank you for coming.
9:27. Congratulations.